I used to believe that no pain could come close to the ache of losing a spouse. I was wrong, because what I experienced later, what I lived through, was a betrayal far deeper than death. It came from my own flesh and blood, my son. My name is Aisha. I'm a 45-year-old woman, a school teacher, a widow, and most importantly, or so I thought, a mother who had raised her only son with every ounce of love she possessed. I lost my husband Ahmed 5 years ago in a brutal car accident that stole the light from our lives. Our son, Ahad, was 19 then, quiet, thoughtful, always clinging to me like he feared I'd disappear next. I saw that bond as something beautiful, unbreakable. After Ahmed's death, we moved to a modest bedroom flat near my school. We were grieving, surviving. We didn't need space, just each other. Or so I believed. Ahad was a gentle boy, bringing me tea when I stayed up grading papers, reminding me to eat, pressing a kiss to my forehead every night before locking his door. Sometimes I felt he was carrying me more than the other way around. But over time, that warmth twisted. He became possessive, jealous. If I laughed along on the phone, he'd demand to know who it was. If I went out, he'd sulk. When an old friend named Ali gave me a ride home after a seminar, Ahad didn't speak to me for 2 days. I made excuses for him, grief, fear, love. But the line between protection and control blurred until it vanished completely. Then I met Zain. He was visiting faculty, gentle, kind, never intrusive. For the first time in years, I felt safe, alive. We started slow, just dinner, but when Ahad found out, he exploded. "You're replacing Dad?" he shouted. "No," I whispered. "I'm just still living." He turned away, silent, wounded. The night Zain kissed my cheek goodbye, Ahad was watching. From that moment, something inside him snapped. He stopped speaking to me. No greetings, only slamming doors and cold glances. One day, I came home early and heard voices, Zain and Ahad arguing. "She doesn't love you," Ahad hissed. "She's lonely." "And that gives you the right to threaten me?" Zain shot back. I stood frozen as Ahad screamed, slammed the door, shattering a family photo on the wall. 3 weeks later, Zain ended things, said he couldn't feel safe, that Ahad had made threats. I cried alone, and Ahad acted like nothing had happened. Then came the night I'll never forget. It was raining, power out, candles flickering. I made soup, curled on the couch. Ahad joined me, too close. I felt a chill before he even touched me. He reached for my hand. "You don't need anyone else," he said softly. I laughed, nervously. "Of course I do. You are my son." "No," he whispered. "You have me, forever." And in his eyes, I saw something I never imagined. Desire. "Stop," I said, pulling away. "This is wrong. You are confused." "I'm not confused," he snapped. "You belong to me." I stood up. "Go to your room." He didn't move, just stared. That moment broke my world. I wasn't safe, not even in my own home. The next day, I left, moved in with my sister, told no one the whole truth, just that Ahad needed help. I blocked his messages, endless apologies, love notes, promises. I cried every night, not just from heartbreak, but from guilt. Guilt for not seeing the signs, for letting my grief lean too hard on him. But I also knew his choices were his, and mine was to survive. Ahad entered a residential program for trauma and mental health. His counselor called, asked if I'd join his healing. I said no. I still love him. I always will. But love does not mean sacrificing your soul, your safety, yourself. That night changed everything. I don't just see Ahad as my son anymore. I see him as a person, fractured, flawed, who made a choice. And mine was to live, to heal, to never apologize for saving myself. I went back to teaching, found beauty in quiet things, coffee, sunlight, old novels. Life didn't bloom overnight, but it grew slowly into something I could hold again. And if you're reading this, if you've ever walked away from someone you love and felt the weight of guilt pressing on your chest, remember this.
You can love someone deeply and still choose yourself, and sometimes that is the most faithful thing.